This is David Nussbaum at WheelsBoutique. I am here at our facility and showroom in Miami, Florida. I get a lot of questions on a daily basis on the differences between one-piece, two-piece, and three-piece wheels, and hopefully at the end of this video you'll be able to learn a little bit more about the differences and know exactly what you're looking for with your wheel purchase. So next to me on the couches I have 4 wheels in total. All of them are custom forged wheels. All of them are forged. That's one question I do get a lot. Is this wheel forged because it's a one-piece, a two-piece, or a three-piece? These are all gonna be those 3 different configurations, and they are all forged and custom built. 2 of them are gonna be HREs, 2 of them are gonna be Anarchies. A lot of you already know, but some of you don't, that HRE is the manufacturer for Anarchy wheels. It's a private label of theirs, so they get to do some really cool and aggressive designs and different elements on the wheels that they would otherwise not try on their traditional lines. So right here, I have the P111 SC in a full high polish. People will call it mirror polish. This is not a chrome. Chrome would add weight to the wheel and would also not last very long. This, you do not have to repolish it. It has a clear coat on top. So this is gonna last you a really, really long time. And this is gonna be the first configuration, which is a monoblock. The wheel is basically CNC'd, machined from one solid block of forged aluminum. It's the most lightweight configuration. However, if you bend this wheel, you're gonna have to buy a brand new one, because once the wheel is bent, it'll probably never be back to truly round. So that's something that you have to be careful about. But if you're looking for the most lightweight configuration, it's definitely the one piece. If you don't mind having the wheel in one singular color, you could also lean towards this. Sometimes you could do a two-tone finish where the windows are a different color than the actual face, which is pretty cool. And then some other design elements you can do is the HRE engraving in a separate color. This one appears to be a black, so it adds a little bit of pop to it. Really, really love this wheel. This is one of their brand new monoblock wheels from the P1 SC series. Now moving over, we've got a 3-piece Anarchy wheel. Again, manufactured by HRE in Southern California at their facility in San Diego. This 3-piece wheel, you can definitely tell right off the bat because you've got the assembly bolts. So the entire center face is actually bolted onto the barrel of the wheel, and you can see the back side of it here. Now I wish that this wheel had a different color inner barrel so you can see the 3rd piece of it, but let me try and do my best to describe the various pieces. So if you zoom in here, you're gonna see this line right here down the middle. Now this part on this side is gonna be the lip, and this part on this side is gonna be the inner barrel. So you got 1 piece, you got 2 piece, and that 3rd piece is the center face. This is finished in a frozen dark clear, formerly known as brushed titanium from HRE. I still call it that because when I started here, that was a really popular finish. This has the gloss black hardware. This is an Anarchy Retro Series RS6. Now, they can't hide the hardware on this one just because of the design, but other Anarchy wheels, mainly their X series and their AN30 series, those can have hidden hardware, so it's a little bit trickier to spot a multi-piece wheel, especially if you have the different colors. But on this one, exposed hardware in black, the brushed titanium, and then we have the red polished outer lip and the red polished inner barrel. So again, 3-piece wheel. Advantages of a 3-piece wheel: let's say you're on the highway and you hit a pothole and you only bend the outer lip, you can replace the outer lip. Or if you bend the inner barrel, again, you can replace the inner barrel. It's a lot more affordable to replace those parts than it is to purchase a brand new wheel once you've bent it. Another advantage is that you can do cool color combinations like this. On the 1-piece wheel, traditionally you can only do one color, maybe a two-tone, which would only have the windows. But on this, you can get really, really crazy, just like you see here. Moving on to the 2-piece wheel. The 2-piece wheel, traditional 2-piece wheel, blends a little bit of the 3-piece and the 1-piece in the sense that you can actually hide the assembly bolts. So if you look on the back side, you'll see the assembly bolts right there. This wheel, the Anarchy AN27, can have the assembly bolts exposed, just like this one, or hidden, as you can see. Now, again, this gives you the ability to replace just the inner barrel if you bend it like this one, but it also gives you that one-piece look, especially if you're hiding the assembly bolts. Now the way they do that is this little flange here. It's about half an inch. And again, on the back side, you see that the barrel is gloss black and that flange is hiding those bolts. I really like this one because some people do want the affordability of replacing the parts and swapping out the faces if they really wanted to. And it looks like a one-piece wheel. It's a little bit more lightweight than the three-piece. Traditionally, a one-piece is always gonna be more lightweight than a multi-piece wheel. However, HRE is aiming to change that because they have a brand new two-piece wheel that looks like a three-piece, but it is only two pieces. Now, how can that be? Well, I'll put this one next to the HRE. And so as you see, this little line that I showed you earlier that separates the outer lip from the inner barrel, that's non-existent here. There is no line. This is one singular barrel. It's called a forged monoblock rim, or FMR for short, and it's a brand new technology from HRE, which basically is a forged barrel. These barrels are not forged. This is gonna be a completely forged barrel, as well as the face. This is called the S111SC. It's actually the two-piece version of the P111SC that we showcased before, and gets people a little bit confused now because when I roll this back, you've got the traditional two-piece wheel where it's just an outer face and the inner barrel. But this, you have the barrel and then the center face. This one has the assembly bolts hidden just by the flange. You'll see it on the back here. And you have the option to do exposed hardware. Completely free. If you wanna hide them, no cost extra. If you want to have them exposed, no cost extra. The only thing that will cost a little bit extra is if you have the bolts in a different color like we saw with the black on the Anarchies. This is a super cool wheel and I love it because it's a multi-piece wheel, but it doesn't give you some of the traditional problems that a three-piece wheel would have. Over years, the silicone sealant that are on these wheels will deteriorate, and that's just something that naturally occurs. I would say maybe 10 years, even more down the line, you'll start having problems where it's leaking air. With this, you will not have that. It's just the barrel and that center face that's really, really cut pretty cool with this design. Another advantage of this is that since the barrel is forged, the wheel is gonna be extremely lightweight. That is one of the downsides of the three-piece wheel. The downside of a three-piece wheel is that it's gonna be a little bit heavier than the two-piece and the one-piece counterpart, but HRE takes all of that, rips up all the rules that we know about multi-piece wheels, and comes out with something that's pretty cool. I can't think of another company at this moment that is doing something this cool with a two-piece barrel. Again, HRE calls it FMR. This is one of the hottest wheels out. It is their newest series, the S1SC series. We've got this one. They have the S107SC. They've got the S101SC and the S104SC. I'm looking around at the cars behind me. Some of these cars might be getting it very soon, so you'll be seeing photo images of that. But again, going back to the HRE, frozen polished bronze center face. I absolutely love this. So if you don't have the frozen part, which is a satin clear coat, the wheel is gonna pop like a mirror. So what they do is, this wheel would have looked like that, but in bronze, so a mirror bronze finish, but when they do the frozen part with a satin clear coat, it dumbs it down just a little bit, but you still get this super cool sheen to it. Gives it this whole different dynamic feel to it than what a traditional single stage powder coat gloss bronze or satin bronze would do. That is such a cool thing to do. Just looking at all four wheels, each of them have their advantages and disadvantages, of course, that I've outlined to you in this video, but all of them are custom. All of them are lightweight, much more lightweight than any factory wheel that you can find. And obviously you've got so many different styles to choose from HRE and Anarchy. HRE alone, from the last time I counted, has about 100 or so. Anarchy is getting right up there with some of their new options for 2020. I think they're probably about 50. So there's always gonna be a style that you love, and there's always gonna be a size that you love. Recently, these are gonna be the only ones where you're a little bit limited on size, but in the future, HRE is gonna come out with a little bit more. At the moment, they're only available in 20 or 21, but these Anarchies, And these HREs are available in sizes from 18 all the way up to 23, in some cases 24. So you also have any different color option that you want: gloss finishes, satin finishes, brushed finishes, polished finishes, and stone finishes, which I don't have here, but it's a really cool thing that HRE does as well, where it makes it look like it has a little bit of a marble effect on the aluminum, and over 100 colors. So there is truly something that you can find within the styling that you want and also within the budget that you want, because people traditionally think that HREs are going to be in an amount or price bracket that they aren't comfortable paying for. But as I mentioned, there's 100 different wheel models, and they span across such a wide range of prices that there's going to be some, like the RC1 series and the Classic series, which would be above in the black one to my left. That is the beauty of HRE. They allow a lot of different people to get into the brand, and Anarchy does the same thing as well. So hopefully you guys will give us a call. I would love to talk with you guys about the various wheel options for your cars. As you can see, I am a total wheel and car geek. I can talk about this stuff all day. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much with the information, and I hope that coming away after reviewing this, you'll learn a little bit more about the forged wheel options that we have here at Wheels Boutique. Thanks so much for watching.